y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joya, and this is my tiny piece of the internet where I get to share the real, the raw, and the reality surrounding fibroids, family, fitness, and anything else I think you should know. Today, we're gonna tackle 3 questions that I think should end now. These questions, while maybe innocent to some, can come off so intrusive, so disrespectful, but most of all, it's really not your business. So let's get into these questions. Question 1. So why aren't you breastfeeding? So why aren't you minding your business? First of all, breastfeeding is such a personal and private decision, as well as a personal and private journey that can be affected by so many different factors. I'm talking medical conditions, lifestyle, or even just personal comfort. Whatever the reason is, it is her body, her baby, her choice. For all you know, this mom could have just spent the last 8, 9, 10 months daydreaming about bonding with her baby, having the perfect latch, having 2 a.m. feeding and nursing sessions, only for the baby to come and the milk to not come. That has to be a very traumatic experience for someone who has been looking forward to something for so long, only to not even have a choice. Because breastfeeding is not always a choice that's given to everyone. And who are you to bring up something that can cause so much emotional and physical distress? Y'all, breastfeeding is challenging, okay? Has to be top 3, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And there were times where I was this close to choosing to stop. 1, because low milk supply. There were times where I was trying everything under the sun to get my milk supply back up, to the point where I was power pumping 2 to 3 times a day, basically being confined to my home and having to just pump and pump and pump and pump to try to increase the demand for milk. I was having to say no to dinners, having to say no to certain work functions and things that I actually wanted to do because I was trying everything to get my milk supply back. Secondly, latch issues. When and I had such a hard time finding that perfect latch, that perfect position, y'all, it was hard, and it caused me so much severe pain to the point where I was trying shields, I was trying the football hold, the crossover. Y'all, I wanted to have the boy upside down, and I don't know. I just really wanted to try everything to make the pain stop, but to keep the milk coming. And finally, we found a medium. We found a happy place, as well as a latch and nursing consultant, because I was ready to stop. And that also would have been my decision. We have to make space for women when it comes to their decisions regarding their bodies. And I just really need you to understand that it's really not a question that should ever be asked. As long as the baby is getting fed, it doesn't matter if he or she is on the boob, on the bottle, on formula, it doesn't matter. As long as the baby's healthy, that should be your main concern if you have to be concerned. Question number 2. All right, baby's about a year old. When are you gonna get that baby fat off? Excuse me. No, 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 no. Y'all, never ask this question to someone who just grew, birthed, and nurtured an entire person, a human being, a baby. But you know, the gag is, the people that's most concerned about you losing weight could also stand if you lose a few pounds themselves, okay? So worry about yourself. Listen, if you're not that person's doctor who's concerned about something health-wise, then leave her alone. She has so much on her plate, and that just might not be her priority right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about good health. I'm all about taking care of yourself, because this is the only temple you will ever get. But I'm also all about wellness and self-care. And I know as a new mom, when you first have a baby, there's so much going on. If you're breastfeeding, you're actually eating in a caloric surplus simply because you got to keep the milk pumping. So it's hard to lose weight in a caloric surplus, okay? Calories in, calories out. Only way to lose weight when it comes down to it, it's the numbers. So please stop being on women's tails about losing baby fat. Y'all, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. And you don't know where her goals are. Listen, my baby gave me some curves and places that I plan to keep even when I start getting this fat off, because I like dragging a little wagon, and my husband likes it too. So mind your body and mind your business. Y'all, every postpartum journey is different. Just because Sally Mae snapped back right after she had a baby doesn't mean you are, doesn't mean she is. And I think society needs to let go of this snap back culture. I personally don't want to snap back to who I was before I had my baby, simply because I'm not that same person. I feel stronger. I feel more knowledgeable. I feel more like a superwoman now than I did when I was fitting a size 4. So it's not all about what you look like. It's more about what you feel like. And as long as your health is in check, and if you're a new mom, you're going to the doctor, you're getting checked just like your baby. So you know when things are getting out of hand. But what you don't need is someone else on the outside always coming for you and coming for your weight, okay? So this is a question to stop asking moms right now. Last but not least, question 3. And this one has been my favorite so far. Well, when are you gonna have the next baby? Y'all, it never ends. When you're single, when are you gonna settle down? When you're engaged, when are you gonna get married? When you're married, when are you gonna have a kid? And when you have a kid, you're where I am now. When is the next one? Okay, some may say that it's natural for people to ask that question and be concerned about your family's growth and your future plans. It's not. It's nosy is what it is, and we need to let that go. First of all, you act like having a baby is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Grab your mans, go to your room, do the do, 9 months later, baby. If it was that easy, do you know how many babies would be running around? Y'all, this can be such an emotional journey. You have no idea what it might have taken for that woman to have a baby, and you have no idea what it might take for her to have another one. She could have went through 3 myomectomies just to get that baby here. She could currently be experiencing the results of a miscarriage while you're currently asking her that question. She may have had a stillbirth. You just have no idea what someone has gone through. And when you ask that question, you can unintentionally bring up so much emotional stress, so much emotional damage that she has either recovered from or is still trying to recover from and live with. You have no idea the type of things you could be bringing up in her life that can take her all the way back from when she started. And quite frankly, there could be several reasons that people are waiting or choosing not to have a second baby. Some of us want to be financially stable, because let me tell you something, kids ain't cheap, okay? You might need to get your dollars up before you go for number 2. You might need to get emotionally ready to start back over with 0 sleep. We just got wind down through the night. How do you know we don't want to relish in that for a little bit before we go back to having 0 sleep? We might need to get some more help. We might need to move closer to family. We might need family to come to us. We might need a nanny. We might need daycare. You have no idea what this family is going through, and you just kind of need to chill out with those type of questions. Also, y'all, fertility challenges are real. There are people that have been trying for years, you hear me? Decades, trying to have babies. And you asking these type of questions can do something to someone's mental health. And you really need to think about that before you continue to dive down this hole of worried about somebody else's uterus. It's really, really not your business. Also, give us a chance to focus on the present. Y'all, my baby still got the new car smell on him. Let me take this time to just hold him and love on him and have him as the only one. If later we choose to have another baby, I want to feel like I spent so much time just loving on my baby, being a family of 3, readjusting our lives, and just living and enjoying the present moment before worried about the next. At the end of the day, it is not your concern. It is not your business. When I get ready to have another baby, when sister girl and sister ma'am get ready to have another baby, when they want you to know, believe me, you will know. All right, y'all, that wraps up my 3 questions that I think should stop now. Do you have other questions that you think people should stop asking? Drop them below in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all, I need y'all to keep coming back so I can keep cranking out these videos, and tell your sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy to come and like and subscribe too.